Hello everyone, today we're going to do Autoworld. I've actually just started finding the new case. There's the two versions, as there always is. I usually don't buy every single thing I find or that's released because usually I don't like everything that's released. It's a lot of money too, of course. So I just buy what I like. That's all I usually do. These ones I found, these square bodies. Well, the other one I found a long time ago. This one I found more recently. There were a new casting last year, which is one of the first castings that kind of drew me into Autoworld. Was when I saw the announcement for these, because honestly they just looked better than the M2 or Greenlight or any other brands that could have possibly been making them. So I ended up going with them. I bought the first one. I actually ended up buying on eBay, which was this one. I couldn't find it in stores, so I just gave up. Then I ended up finding this one a few weeks ago, maybe last week. I can't remember now. I did do wheel swaps on them. I think it looks better the way it is now. I actually turned the tires inside because I do not like white walls. I'm not really an old classic car fan. I enjoy the newer stuff, which most people say I'm crazy for, but I do. I enjoy newer cars. I just don't really care for the old styling, So I did get these. I think one thing that's really good about Autoworld, most people that collect it know, is their detail. Their attention to detail is just some of the best for the price. You get under the hood, you get this little orange engine, which is, I believe it's a 350. It's what they would have used back in those. And both trucks, same thing. Great detail. You can see it, the radiator, hoses, everything, which is kind of crazy, for as little as it is. Another thing I really like about Autoworld is the tailgates open and close. This one, for some reason, will not stay up. You close it falls back down. So, and then, of course, a lot of the older trucks, they had, for some reason, the white top. I don't know why. They had the white stripes, which actually looks really good, the way, scaled down. It's a 77. As far as I know, the 77 and this one is a 73. No, sorry, it's a 75. The only differences I know of is the grills, which that's normal year to year changes back then. Body styles seem to stay a lot longer back then, with little changes like grills and headlights were the only real differences. Honestly, I feel like they just did a really good job with this. Everything, even down to the right here, if it focuses, the Cheyenne right here, and then this one I believe just says Silver. I think this one says Silverado on it. It's kind of hard to see. It's really small. It's just painted on. Here's the base. It's full metal. Everything's metal in this, which is something you don't get in all the brands. I mean, it's very detailed. You don't see that a lot either. The bases seem to kind of just be bases on some of the brands. It's so I really like that. And like I said, I'm not big on the classic cars, but I do buy GM ones. So likewise, I got the Buick Estate Wagon. It's a really nice color. I like the dark green. Actually, the dark green is my favorite GM color. Kind of hard to see in the car, but especially on a camera. But the interior is the dark green color. It actually looks really nice. The lights, everything's accurate to what it would have looked like back in the 70s. I don't remember what model year this one was. I don't forget when I opened it. But it has a license plate, New Mexico. It's probably a 74 since it says 74 on it. That kind of seems to be the common thing with these Autoworlds. The older ones, the license plates will be whatever year it is. As well, you can see it's kind of the same engine, which is what they would have used as the Silverado, the C10. So you can see it back there, kind of in the back. It's most likely a 350. It's got, you can see the little details, the radiator, all that fun stuff. It has the headlights, the turn signals, good detail. It says you can actually see where it says Buick on the front. This would have been probably a car that the whole family got into for a road trip, back then. There has the top, it has the call it a roof rack or whatever, and You know, lots of space back there. And of course the details. Love the details they put into it. You know, so there's that. I believe the other car was silver. I'm really not sure. I think this was a silver color too for the other car. But again, this one's got a 396 in it. You know, nice little air box up top. Little details. Of course, you can see the radiator, all that stuff in there. So, you know, a good, you know, front. You get headlights. Yeah, it says not 396 SS, which is what it would have, the engine that's in it. You know, it has the double headlights with the turn signals on the front. The rear has the same plate, 396 SS. You can see Chevrolet across the back, and the SS logos again. You have the brake lights and reverse lights, which is what they look, you know, what they would have done. And then underneath, of course, you got the, you know, good details. Not, you know, looks like everything's there. And then one thing I guess to say about the tires, I don't know if that's a standard thing or if why they're red. Not really sure. Thought about turning them around, but the tire, you can see it goes up there, so it would have been a little more difficult, so it didn't really seem worth it to me. It's a car that just kind of sits in the diorama. I don't really, honestly, I had to pull it out of a garage to get it for the video, so not really one I do a whole lot with. Again, it's an older car. Don't really care for older cars, but it's a GM. It's a 66, so you know, can't go wrong there. So the next one you got is the Autoworld Jeep Wrangler, which was one of the first castings that sold me on Autoworld last year. I think it was last year when I saw it. Maybe early this year. I don't remember. I do feel like the tires are a little thin for what it would be. I don't know if that's accurate to Jeep. I don't own Jeeps. I own Chevy, so I don't know. You know, I like that they put mirrors on this. It didn't seem like they knew what a mirror was on a car before this casting. Maybe even the F-150. I don't remember which one came first. But I do like that. Unlike the green light, it does not. No roof comes off, which is fine, because I don't have an off-road setting in my diorama, so I don't really have a reason. You know, it's 68 degrees, 8 to 78 degrees year-round, and you don't really need it off or, you know, anything in the house, so, you know, jokes. But, again, Autoworld with their opening hoods, something I really enjoy because I have a diorama with a mechanic shop on it, so, you know, I do enjoy it. Of course, the lights, you know, detailed. It even has the little fog lights on the grill, or on the grill, underneath the grill. Looks like they kind of messed up on them a little bit, but otherwise they look great. You know, they have the engine bay. You know, it's a newer car, plasticky engine, so seems to be the way it is. Sorry, I should have turned that down. Okay. But yeah, anyways, it's just really good detail for what it is. It's a, you know, a $5 car. You know, it's got the little marker light on the side there. You know, on the back, no license plate on this one for some reason, which is odd for Autoworld. Everything seems to have a license plate. It does have the spare tire on the back. You can see where they kind of put the little carrier details, even though, you know, whatever. I think that's supposed to be a hitch receiver down there. Given what I know about new cars, it probably has one. Underneath, you know, it has all the details that you like to see for underneath, you know, that most brands don't get. So they did a really good job. It's a Jeep, you know. I know there's a lot of Jeep fans. I'm not a big Jeep fan, but, you know, I'll take it. They did a good job. And the only one that I actually bought both castings for, I don't remember what color that one was. The others, I don't know if it was black or something, but the new Silverado is what I was really after on this new series. These are awesome. This is probably my favorite casting ever to come out. It is the 2019 Chevy Silverado. It is in the High Country trim on both releases. I bought both of them. I actually bought one on eBay because I didn't find it in the store right away, so I was like, you know what, I gotta have it. But then I ended up finding it in the store like a week later, so, you know, whatever. I have two. It works. I have two black ones. The blue one I do enjoy as well, but I like the black one. I like black cars. The big thing that I enjoy about this casting that we did not get in the green light one, which I'm not knocking. I love the green light one. I collect mostly green lights, which I've said before. But the opening hood is what I just, that is awesome on this car, this casting. I did not know the hood was going to open when I saw them from Autoworld. I figured it probably would because, and then of course we get the opening tailgate. But I know Autoworld has opening hoods on everything, so I figured it would have an opening hood. I did not know if it would or not, so I wasn't sure. But I was very happy when I opened it and the hood opened. But this one, I think they put the high country trim, as it says right there. Very nice, high, details. The interior is black, which of course would be what it normally would be. Even the little lights, they put the roof light on. It looks really good. Of course, I put little license plates on it. That's a disabled veteran one for Indiana. I am from Indiana. I do not live there currently, but everything in my diorama that you'll see in this video and future ones, either if it doesn't have an Indiana license plate, it will at some point. I put license plates on everything, so this one, for some reason, the F-150s came with plates. These did not. And actually, the plates are Indiana on those, so I'll leave those as is. I'm not going to put anything over it because they're already good. So, and then also, I just wanted to say, too, with this, with the Silverado, put this one away. Really, what I got last year was the F-150, and that casting was when I saw the quality, the base, I saw the detail on the base, I saw the quality in the model. It's actually very heavy for a 1/64 diecast, and this one right here is really what sold me when I bought it. I bought just this one. I didn't buy any of the other series from this one. I don't even know what the series consisted of. I think there was a Wrangler in it, probably a C10, a square body, whatever. Couldn't tell you what else was in it, but between these two, really what has sold me to Autoworld. I'm actually looking forward to the next release. They have these and these in them, and then they have square bodies. They have a Jeep, I think. So it's gonna be a really good series. Of course, the tailgate opens, the hood opens. I'm not gonna show you, but it's really the detail they put into their cars. They're not paying me to say this. They're probably no one from them will see it, but the quality, I highly recommend them. This is the F-150. It's white. I'll probably make it into my city department for the diorama, which will be either City of Indianapolis or maybe even Duke Energy for, I don't know, we'll see. But I have a couple different options here. It looks like a supervisor truck would be, The hood opens, nice detailed engine bay, of course. Still, sorry, that lighting's bad on this room, but I'm not but of course, nice base as well. They just couldn't have asked for a better job from a diecast company. I just feel like they're really doing good things, and I couldn't have asked for better from them. So there was, I believe, a Camaro in this series. I did not find it. It's probably really popular. Could not find it anywhere. There's two other ones I bought as well. This one I bought. It's a Cadillac Eldorado. It's got a big old engine in there. I don't know what engine would have been in this car. There's nothing on it. It just says Eldo on the plates. Sorry, I can't see it. Sorry, I'm shaking. Eldo on the plates. It doesn't say it. There's nothing that indicates what it would be. The hood opens really far. It's just a really nice casting. So, it was just, it was one of those ones that went into a Walmart. It was still there, despite being a few months, I think it was made over a year ago, according to the base, so it was probably one of the early series last year. Nobody bought it, so, it was there. And then again, another Walmart I walked into a few months ago was, the casting, there was 3 of them on the shelf. The base says it was made in 2014. It says 82, which I'm not sure if that's Series 2. I don't know how they do it. According to I'm not sure what or it might be, it's probably version 2. I'm not sure. But this Dodge Dart Swinger, it was, I really don't, Dodge isn't my thing. The tires on this one are kind of bad, but I honestly only picked it up because I watched a show on Netflix, and they restored one, and I thought it was really cool in the show. So I was like, you know what? I like that because I see it in, put in my diorama. But, it has an engine in it. Of course, it's blue. I don't know what engine that is. If someone could tell me, that'd be great. Probably not going to research it, but I really enjoyed it in the show. It looked really cool. The color combination, it's something different. You don't really see it too often. So I decided, you know what? I'll buy it. There was 3 of them, which is odd because it came out like 6 years ago. But I bought it anyways, and I really like it. So, but I'm going to leave it at that. That's all the Autoworld I've bought over the last year was all of these. They're honestly great castings. The next series they just previewed on YouTube on their channel, and I honestly really like. I think it's gonna be a nice series. They're the Silverado, F-150, Wrangler, all return in it. I think there's a square body in it. I don't remember what the other 2 were now, but that's it. Thank you.